is the install video for the Whalther PDP compact Magwell. Our older video has our older style Magwell. We've since changed the design to make it a slimmer, more EDC version. We aren't making the larger version anymore. The actual funnel itself is actually about the same size. There's a little less in the back here on the compact than there was on the older version, but it's for the other sides and everything, it's pretty much the exact same funnel. You can get lock grips. Makes this brass back strap. You have to specifically request the one that works with our Magwell if you want to use that. That's more for, gives you a little bit of weight for like competition shooting and stuff, helps with recoil. If you're planning on carrying this for EDC, then I would not recommend adding weight to it, just because that adds weight to your EDC. The frame itself, you can see here I have filed this one before. Basically this edge here, when you use our mag extensions, if it makes contact with that back there, sometimes what can happen is the front here can make contact with the Magwell, pushing it back, and then that making contact there, they kind of pinch in together and make it so the mag doesn't want to drop freely. This one has already been filed so that it does drop freely, but you generally, if you stick your mag in, and if you look there against the plate, if you see a bit of an air gap between our locking plate and the frame itself, then you're good to go. You want a nice coarse file, or like a fingernail file with that kind of sandpaper finish on it would work fine. And you just want to hit that back edge. It will take a little while to get it good. This file is a bit worn out, so it's not taking a whole lot of material off. Other thing you'll need is a 5/32 roll pin punch, and a roll pin punch has this nice tip on there that kind of helps capture and center on the roll pin, or if you use a normal punch, it can mushroom out the pin itself. Tap that pin out, and then go ahead and take the back strap off, and the Magwell you'll put on there. You can put it in the back first and kind of push it forward to go over, and then pull it to the back. And if you look through that hole, the hole's nice and lined up. If it's pushed forward, it's obviously not lined up and not going to work right. So make sure the Magwell is pushed all the way to the back when you install. To modify the back strap to work, make sure you're using a nice new blade so it's nice and sharp. If you take and push it up against the Magwell and make a small little mark there, small little mark there, then you can use those marks when you put the back strap back on. For your line that you need to cut this at. This looks like the one mark is about there. About there. Kind of push that in so that you get a nice line there. Go ahead and pull that out. You have a nice line there to make it cut. With a brand new sharp knife, it cuts usually smoother than that. This blade might be a little bit dull. And then what you want to do after making that cut is you want the blade of the knife all the way up against that side, and then cut that out. Same thing on the other side, get it nice and tight up against that wall, cut it out so that it's nice and clear in there. And go ahead, put the back strap back in, stick the Magwell on, and then it's nice, tight to the magwell there so it looks clean. That hole is nice and clean there. You can take your punch. That goes through all the way, so will your pin. Same thing with installing that. You put it on the same way, you just don't have to modify it as long as you get the proper one. Push that in. Make sure you are holding the magwell all the way to the back there. Make sure it's under the face on each side. Looks nice. Then it's our +6. Drops free. Again, if you have any binding issues or anything, it's that back edge there that should be filed. You can see this still sticks past the actual edge of the magwell a little bit. So if I wanted to, I could file it more, but it doesn't need it. And then our plates don't have the locking plate. So if you were just using our plates, then you wouldn't need to actually file that back there. You can just make your modifications to your back strap or use a lock grips back strap if you want. So the new magwell has these nice cutouts there. And in case you ever did get a jammed mag or something, you can easily grab that and help pull it out. So that is the Whalther PDP compact magwell.